The story of an abandoned palace in the Chinese freestar. It was the winter of 2014. Standing in front of a huge property deep in Tilford, drowning in ice, I felt an odd silence and cold wind warning me that you were not alone. People used to call it the Chinese mansion of the freestar. It was once the home of a wealthy businessman named Jason Tsai, who was involved in a multi-billion-pound VAT fraud. The story of the 18-month sentence against him trying to escape by breaking court orders was spread around. 4 separate buildings: Visual Mansion, a house, personal spa, and a side apartment. They were all connected to each other through glass. But inside, now there is only emptiness and the sound of the past spreading in the cold air. First building, the frozen silence. As soon as I entered, the place felt terribly clean, as if someone had hurriedly removed everything. Once upon a time, there were expensive artworks hanging on the wall, now only stains. The faint sound of snow falling on the floor and the rustle of wind through broken windows somewhere in the distance. I was walking low because the security sensor is still active. The pictures taken in haste are shaky, angular, but this imperfection seems to be the true feeling of the entire palace. Garden, like another world. When I walked out of the main building, the real surprise was in front. The Chinese garden is covered in ice. Sculptures of dragons, big rocks, small wooden pagodas, narrow bridge canyons, and the frozen stream flowing under them. It was like watching an old Chinese movie. With the gap in the eyes of the stone god standing in the snow, as if someone was noticing me. Spa building, hot, cold, haunted Michelle. As I pushed the door of the spa building and entered, I smelled a strange warmth. Large mirrors on the walls, glass sprinkles, and an indoor pool that dries up in the middle. Standing here, it seemed to be a trap. Someone just left. There were no wet footprints, but a feeling of presence was growing heavy. Side apartment. Weird empty room. Finally, we arrived at the small apartment. The rooms are empty, but some of the drawings on the walls that were part of the notes or plans have now been removed. The window was slightly open, and the curtain hung in the cold air. Suddenly, it seemed as if someone's feet were coming from behind. I quickly turned back. No one. There's only the cold and freezing silence. Goodbye. See you back one last time. I looked at the palace for the last time when I came out. 4 buildings covered in snow, a glass path, and the lone Chinese garden. All in all, it's like an abandoned empire with the story of its owner's greed, power, and fall spreading here and there with the wind. Today, the palace has been completely rebuilt. Some people are living there in peace. But I know, that cold silence I saw, that strange feeling of being watched, there is someone who seems to be standing in front of the empty mirror. They will forever be in that cool 2021 campaign.